I'm good, thank you. Nearly end of term, very exciting.
I know, it's so
Huh,
exciting. Yeah, can't wait. Yeah,
counting down.
counting down.
Thank you for making time in a very busy week to talk with me. But we're going to have a chat about Diploma of Counselling and the possibility of
Mm,
doing an evaluation on the course,
mm, mm.
given
I
some
think,
feedback we received recently.
yeah, yeah. I think it's a great idea, Carly. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, cool. So I'm sure you're aware of it because we talk about the course a lot.
Mm,
However, the main, I guess, trigger for the evaluation was something some students have been commenting on throughout the last two terms, really. And it's about the theoretical concepts we're teaching, how they feel that they're outdated and probably not as current as what's happening in
mm,
industry.
mm, mm, mm.
Um, which, of course, we can accept some of that as well, while also acknowledging the important historical context of what we're teaching.
Yeah,
But it is food for thought, isn't it, in terms of the course and its currency? What are your
yeah,
thoughts on it?
yeah. No, I think it's really relevant. And I think this is probably not the first time that we have received this feedback. So I think it's really good that you're doing. I think this is a really great time to do the evaluation.
Mm,
I think, with some of the counselling trends out there that are influencing counsellors and their work, I think, although the models that we do teach is kind of embedded in the training package,
mm,
it would be good to look at other more contemporary kind of theoretical models that we could use that still align with the elements in the training package, and
mm.
just
Yeah,
see what we can do there.
yeah, exactly. Really good point. So, how do we stay true to the training package while also making sure that it is relevant and it is going to be
Mm,
useful for people who are moving into industry?
yeah,
Mm.
definitely. Yeah. So what's it going to look like, Carly? So what do you need
Yeah,
from me?
there are a few processes that we'll go through, and I'll be the main driver of the processes, but it'll be really great along the way that I'll include you and get your feedback and kind of keep you in the loop um, with what that looks like.
Okay.
And so the first thing is that I'll look at getting some data, and I'm going to go about that a few different ways. So firstly is getting some student feedback, and that'll be done through survey, getting that more qualitative data in terms of their experiences of what's been taught so far,
Okay.
and their experience or their kind of their thoughts on what's being taught and and
Okay.
how applicable it is to their current practice.
Mm, mm,
Um, Secondly, I was also going to look at doing some industry consultation.
okay.
Uh, and so to provide some structure to that consultation, I was going to be using the assessments that we use mainly around the theoretical application. So
Okay.
just making sure, like you said, we can't necessarily change the training package and what theories are taught. We can kind of look at, well, how are we assessing these theories in terms of being
Yeah.
most useful for what's happening out in practice at the moment.
Yeah.
So those two methods, as well as then some quantitative data in terms of course completion and what that rate is. And if we can, if there's data around, if people are leaving the course, that attrition, why that's happening, if it's
Yeah.
available to us.
Yeah. Oh, that
Mm,
that sounds like a really wonderful idea. Um, yeah, I don't know if this is even an idea too, but maybe looking at some of the learning materials that we use,
mm,
um, and how that reflects the theoretical models that you're wanting to think about using, or
mm,
I don't know, because I know we do use a couple, like we use a textbook, but I don't know if that's what you've got
mm.
in mind or not. But
Yeah,
that was just
that's
something that
great.
popped into my head. So I just,
Yeah, a review
yeah,
of learning materials and textbooks.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, because there's that reading list. So
mm,
maybe, I don't know. I'm just
yeah,
thinking. Yeah.
yeah. No, I think that's great. Thank you.
Hmm.
Any other thoughts on that data collection?
Um, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe teachers, how are they using the materials that you've already got, like the textbook or the reading
Mm,
list, or how to,
mm.
I don't know.
To some kind of observation work in terms of
Yeah,
how it's being taught, but also teachers' experiences of that. That could be
yeah,
some kind of
mm,
interview or interview/observation. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
maybe, yeah.
Ideas.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah.
In terms of those data collection methods, do you foresee any barriers in terms of accessing that data or getting engagement?
Um, yeah, I think maybe, you know, it might be difficult to get, um, I think we've got about 58 students in the course.
Hmm.
Um, it might be tricky at this time of the the term to get a lot of the data, but I think
Hmm.
you'll be able to get some. I think there are students that are still quite active,
Okay.
even though it's coming up to a term break. But I think no, I don't
Hmm.
think there'll be huge barriers. But yeah, you might have a bit of it. It might be some time sensitive. Um, when you're expecting the feedback, you might not get it when you're needing it, so to speak. So yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
having some real clarity, it sounds like, around dates, around getting
yeah.
feedback returned, but
I'd say
also, I
so.
guess, it might take some extra work on chasing up or following up if students aren't submitting
Yeah,
it or aren't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
And
And
in terms of oh, sorry, go on.
oh no, you go.
I was going to say, in terms of resources at the moment, you asked what do I need from you? Not much at
Mm,
this stage. I'll create those surveys, those feedback forms. If you're happy to, I can send them out via Teams, have them available there.
yeah, that's a
Um,
good idea.
it might require some class time, so I'm happy to pop into class to kind of talk about the data collection, what it's being used
Mm,
for,
mm,
um, and then maybe some consultation with teachers as well, which might take some time out of planning or teaching.
yeah,
We can liaise further when that's happening in terms of
yeah,
how we fit that in.
yeah. Well, teachers will still be around for the next few weeks at least, so I'm
Okay,
assuming it will be fine. There's also a teachers channel update on Teams that we use as well. That could be something that I know that they regularly use
awesome.
for chat. So maybe you could upload some
Yeah.
of the feedback forms there, or
Okay, great idea.
yeah.
Cool, thank you.
Um, yeah, no worries.
So that's the first step, that kind of collecting the data.
Mm,
And once I've received that back, I'll go through an evaluation process using a specific model that's
mm,
most suited to the information that we're receiving and I think what's available to us in terms of the environmental context of the learning. So I'll follow those steps in order to do the evaluation. And then based on that, I'll have a um, summary report that I'll complete and I'll send to you that kind of outlines everything we've discovered through
mm.
the evaluation process.
Yeah,
Um,
beautiful. Oh,
so
how
that's all
exciting.
transparent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Along the way, you'll have access to the data that were received, de-identified, of course, just to be mindful
Mm.
of confidentiality. But yeah, you'll be able to see that raw data, but also the end product as well in terms of the summary and those conclusions that are made.
Yeah, that sounds amazing, Carly. A lot of
Cool.
work, but I think it will pay off.
Mm,
I really look forward to reading your summary report. That'd be, yeah, really great. And I'm
cool.
really happy, like with whatever you find, to look at your recommendations and see, how we can change
Mm,
things up a bit and implement new ways of doing things.
awesome.
Yeah, really look forward to, yeah, working with you.
Great. Sounds good. Thanks, Mel.
Worries. All right.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.